Yo, what's happening, man? It's Under the Pavement, the podcast. This is EP.6, and my guest today is Bobby J from Rockaway. What's
up,
happening, my guy?
What's going on, man? Thank you for having me,
No
bro.
doubt, man. It's been a little bit
I know.
since we seen each other and got up. What's new?
Man, since I saw you, probably the biggest change in my life is I became a dad. So I got two young daughters. I got a
Wow.
daughter that's 3 years old, and I got a daughter that's a year and a half. So it's like,
Congratulations.
thank you, man. So it's like the dynamic of my life has changed a lot. You
Hell
know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah, for sure.
you know, it's tough to be a rapper just before that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to balance
rapper,
to balance
dad,
the
and
family
real
work,
life.
music life, like
Oh, yeah.
it's a exercise in like serious time management, man. So it's like
And it could get really interesting at times.
it gets very interesting, man. It's like, you know, it's but where there's a will, there's a way, man.
Yeah.
It's like I'm
You find
still
it.
I'm
You find
still the first, like, I want to say like year
Mhm.
of being a dad was like, damn, like I don't know how I'm gonna even do this, man.
Yeah.
Because it's like those first couple months are
Uh-huh.
like hell when you got a newborn and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I
But
know.
you adjust pretty quickly, man. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's just finding those pockets of time to like be creative.
Yep.
It actually, like, it made me more creative, I think, because it's like, man, like by midnight I'm gonna run out of gas.
Yeah.
So if I got 9 to 12, like I gotta make it work.
You gotta make it
You know
work.
what I mean?
Yup.
Or if I'm like,
And
if
you
I get
find yourself in the weirdest places being
Yeah, yeah,
creative,
yeah.
in the bathroom taking a shit, and you're
Yeah,
like, "Oh
yeah.
my god, I got the dopest bars."
exactly, man. It's like you force yourself to find different ways to do it. So
Hell
I
yeah.
think like it's kind of a blessing in disguise because when I sit down to work now, it's like I've trained myself to be like, you know, I obviously creativity doesn't just come on the
Hell
spot,
yeah, for sure.
but it's like I have my facilities on hand where it's like I can do it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And like if it doesn't work out, I'll come back to it the next night.
Of
You know what
course,
I mean?
of
Like
course.
I'm not the guy that's like I'm doing like 2 joints, 3 joints in a night. But
yeah.
it's, you know, I try to keep the creative wheels turning.
No
as much as
doubt.
I
You
can,
got
know?
to. You got to. Because if not, I feel like as creatives, we start to die a little bit. It starts to
Yeah.
like wither away, and then it gets harder.
It's not
to
like
jump
riding a
back on the
bike, bro.
horse.
It's
Yeah,
not,
it's
you
kind
know?
of. It gets harder to jump back on the horse
Yeah.
and get on it. You know what I mean?
Like if you don't write constantly, or if you go
Yeah.
like 3-6 months without doing something, you're
Yeah.
like, damn, I'm rusty. Like
Oh,
I gotta,
I know.
you know what I mean?
I know.
So,
I go through them periods as a someone who puts out albums. I go through that shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, there's moments where I've put out albums and I got 3-4 projects consistent back to back, and then I take a break. When I come back to do another project, I'm like, oh shit. Takes me a good 2-3 months to knock the rust off
Yeah,
before
yeah.
I feel like I got some joints
right.
that are decent enough. I got a question for you though.
What's up?
Kwame,
Yeah.
how the fuck did that come about, bro?
Man, it's crazy. So I went to high school. You know, I was rapping probably since I'm like 11, 12 years
Okay.
old. High school was really like where I started to meet like-minded people. Like in my neighborhood, like I didn't know anybody that was making music, period, much less trying to really rap, make beats, DJ. Like I was kind of like the kid in his bedroom and in his basement, like trying to figure all this shit out. by myself. So I got to high school. I immediately became cool with this kid named Anthony. At the time, his rap name was Prophet. He's
Okay.
from Left Rack.
All right.
Ant was like, we just clicked immediately because he was like, though he was my age, he was kind of doing everything that I wanted to be doing. Like
okay.
he was in real studios. He was making like, and this is 2001. So it's like, people got to understand at that time, if you wanted to make a record, it wasn't just like, you know, you buy a laptop,
Yeah.
get Logic Pro,
Yeah.
go on YouTube University. You can make a song
Oh,
today,
boy.
put it out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like you needed to know somebody that had a studio. You needed to know somebody that had equipment.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he was doing it, and one of the producers he was working with was Kwame.
Wow. Nice.
How they linked up, I'm not 100% sure, but
Okay.
it was essentially through his pops. So his pops was like heavy in the street, and before
Okay.
he went away,
Yeah.
he was like, I think him and his pops and Ron Lawrence were from the same neighborhood, East Elmhurst. Ron Lawrence was instrumental in helping Kwame get back into the game as a producer.
Okay, yeah.
Like pretty much was like a conduit to help him sell his beats.
Yeah.
So I think Ron was working with Ant, and then Ron kind of passed Ant off to Kwame, and then me and Ant got cool,
Dope.
and Ant brought me in to work with Kwame. So when I met Kwame,
Dope.
it was like literally him getting his first major placements as a producer.
As a producer, okay.
So like he had just done this record for LL called 10 Million Stars.
Yep.
He had done the intro on Mary J. Blige's No More Drama album. And
That I didn't know he did.
this was before
fire.
Lloyd Banks on Fire. So
Okay.
like he was just starting to get those initial placements, and he was living uptown on 145th Street.
I remember when I found out that he produced Listen for Talib Kweli.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
fucking mind blown. I
Yeah.
was like, what?
Yeah.
Kwame? No, it's not his style. Like,
And cross genre,
But,
man. Like
yeah.
he did Switch for Will Smith. He did
Yeah.
Pussycat Dolls. He did Christina
yeah.
Aguilera.
Holy shit. I forgot that he did Switch.
Yeah, man. So
Wow.
He's like,
and that was a big record for Will.
yeah, man.
Oh,
so,
shit. Yeah, but that was crazy because when I started to do the research on you, I was like, Kwame, that's like the illest shit. Like how he linked with, like, I need to know how the link happened. So that's crazy. You know, shout out to your boy Ant, who was the fucking the link there.
And you know, me and him are boys to this day. We're working on music right now. Like
That's
he
what's
went
up.
away for a little bit.
Mhm.
He was locked up for about 4 years. He just got out.
Okay.
But like I owe my career to him. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like he
yeah.
opened up that door,
Mm-hmm.
and then Kwame was essentially the first real studio I worked in.
Yeah.
First producer I ever really worked with, and that was like he took me from like just knowing how to rap to like knowing how to make
A
records.
song. Yeah.
So it was like the first like probably 5 or 6 years before when we worked together was just straight artist development.
Yeah.
Like we just recorded and recorded and recorded, and it was like it was me learning. You know what I'm saying? And I look at like young artists now, where it's like they don't have that kind of like mentor figure.
No.
You know what I mean?
because
Where they get to do
so-
something like that.
The internet made it so accessible.
Exactly.
You needed to know someone to get in back in the days, you know?
100%.
When I started back in the days, there was no Pro Tools, there was no computers in the studio.
Right.
When I started recording, it was the tape.
Yeah, but it was pre
You know,
Pro Tools.
I
when
started
we were doing
in
it too.
started in '86. You know what I mean?
That's like
It's the first time being in a recording studio, and I was like, "Holy shit, what the fuck?" You know, what are the? In my mind, I'm a young kid, and I'm going, "What are these big cassettes?"
Yep.
But they weren't cassettes; they were reels. You know what I mean? So the recording was different, and then. In order for you to get a record deal, you had to know someone. You had to really physically go out there and shop a demo.
you have to physically. First of all, you have to pay to get in the studio.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to
Yeah.
physically pay to get your shit pressed up.
Yeah.
You know, that's what separated the men from the boys. It's like
Yeah.
if you really wanted to do it,
Yep.
you actually had to invest in yourself. Now, I
Mhm.
mean, you know, there's minimal investment required now, where it's like you can, or your boy might have a studio, but if you want to do it yourself, you have to
Yeah.
buy some equipment. But
Mhm.
after that, you're kind of off to the races, right?
Yeah.
It's like back
Yeah.
then it was totally different. You're talking
Oh,
a
yeah.
generation before mine, but
Yeah.
even when I started,
Uh-huh.
it wasn't so
Yeah.
easy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, it was not. A lot of that was, recording to DA38 tapes
Yep.
and recording to 8 tracks. That was just pre-Pro Tools, And even though Pro Tools has been around since 92, a lot of people don't know that the Wu-Tang album was recorded on Pro Tools,
Oh no shit.
the
I didn't know
36
that.
chambers.
I did
Yeah.
not know that.
That's why RZA was explaining it one day in an interview. That's why if you listen to 36 Chambers, there's a lot of chops and cuts and all that you weren't able to do with tape that he was doing. And it was like a lot of fuck ups because they were still learning Pro Tools as well. So they were still fuck ups that they never fixed that are on the album. Even on Wu-Tang Forever, the second one,
Yeah, yeah.
there's a major fuck up on the album and they left it.
On I think it's on what, For Heaven's Sake, right?
No, Bells of War.
Oh, really?
The beat starts, dun, dun, and then it stops, and then Raekwon goes, "What the fuck?" And then
I
the
love that
beat
they kept
comes in
that
again.
like that. That
Yeah,
shit adds to the
that's
album.
the
though.
rawness
Yeah,
of the shit. And then it's like what DJ Quick was saying back then. Studios, the tape grabbed the energy in the room. Now these songs are like heartless, bro. They're soulless. They feel thin.
There's no
There's no
warmth to it.
feeling. Yeah, there's no feeling.
And like, yo, you talk about, you hear stories of like engineers that were around during that time, like physically cutting the tape.
I had to do that.
You know what I mean? Or just what it took to do a punch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was not easy to do that shit.
No, not at all. Not at all. Punches, it became easier when D838 multi-track tapes came along.
Yeah.
But when it was reel to reel, oh my God. And there was really no such thing as a punch back then. There was, motherfucker, you did your whole verse from the top, from the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
You fucked up, you take it all the way back to the top, you know? But yeah, man. So that's ill that you linked with Carme. How did you link with Neff?
So the first time I worked with Static, Neff was his engineer.
Yeah.
So I did a session with Static. We did this. The first joint we did together was this joint called Walter White.
Okay.
And Neff was in there, and I forget. We got kind of cool during that session, but then I went up to Shade 4. Like he was like Static's like right hand man. Like anytime Static would be in a room, like he was there. Yep. So first time I went up and did Static show on Shade 45, he was there. And I think we were following each other on Instagram, and I knew he made beats.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, we should do some work together. And this was like early, man. Like he had worked with a couple people at that point, but I went through his work and I was like, damn, this kid is like really dope, man. I think he's gonna be one of the next ones. And like you look at him now, like he's really killing it, man.
And you know what's crazy is that I still feel like he gets over fucking looked for his beats, bro.
Man, like I think he's one of the most talented up and coming dudes out.
And I still feel like he gets overlooked. And I'm like, wow, like you're not paying attention. Like this kid, man, I'm glad he got up with Primo and that situation.
Yeah, man.
Just and that also shows his growth and his work.
Man. Like his elevation, like he's just
shout out to Neff.
Shout out to Neff, man. Like he's a student. He listens, he learns.
Yep.
And he adds value to the rooms that he's in. You know what I mean? Like he wouldn't be working with Preem if that wasn't the case. You know what I mean? So it's like to watch and see what he's accomplished is like, wow.
Yeah.
Like I knew it from the beginning. Dude. Like I was like, this kid is gonna go places because he just had a work ethic.
I met him when he first started linking with Static.
Yeah.
He had an apartment. I can't remember exactly where the fuck it was. It was like deep in Brooklyn.
Yeah, it was in Brooklyn. It was like
deep.
Where was he at? Fucking
somewhere.
I know he moved to Bay Ridge.
Bay Ridge somewhere. It was deep as fuck. But we were following each other on Instagram, and he happened to be giving away some speakers.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, you know what? I'm opening up another studio. I could use those.
Yeah.
So we, kept in contact, and he would constantly like play beats, and I'd be like, yo, dude, that shit is fire. When I heard the project he did with you, played a ton of those joints.
Yeah.
Then he did the project with UFO Thief. When I heard that, I said, oh, okay, I hear the growth, the elevation. Yeah. I was like, this is the kid's doing his numbers. You know what I'm saying?
He keeps getting better too, and like not for nothing as an engineer too, just like as a mixing engineer, like it's really dope too, man.
Yeah, for sure. Once again, shout out to Neff. Let's get into this little game of word association because I kind of got a long list for you.
All right.
I kind of made this a little fun.
All right, let's go.
All right. Sean Price.
Legend. Brooklyn.
Yeah. Havoc.
Havoc. I don't know if I could do one word, but someone said greatest reimaginer of samples probably ever.
Yeah. My
boy Dom Dirty said that, and I think that is true. When you think about how Havoc manipulated certain samples,
it's bro,
fucking mind blowing.
Just Shook Ones. Go based off of Shook Ones alone. What he did with that.
Yeah, 100%.
Man, I say that.
That could be the word, Shook One. That could be the word association, Shook Ones.
Shook Ones.
Period, end of story.
Word up. Like the way he chopped that and the way he layered other samples on top. Oh, man, forget it. Yeah, shout out to Havoc. Tiger Woods.
Goat.
True indeed. De La Soul.
Eccentric.
Facts. Ice Spice.
Gen Z. Like, to me, she's the Gen Z, like, it girl. Like, it's not for me, but
Yeah.
what she built is pretty crazy, you know?
I say this shit all the time. You're right. It's not for me. The style of the rap, the music, but the fucking hustle
Yeah.
and the grind.
Yeah.
Gotta commend it.
Just like the look, like girls want to be like her, you know what I mean?
Gotta
Like
commend it.
she comes out and it's like,
Bro, the girl
It
came
changed-
out.
yeah,
the
yeah.
girl came out. They had Halloween costumes. I was like,
That's it,
what
man.
the fuck? Yeah,
like
you
you know
made it.
when that happens, like you're
You
a
made it.
superstar.
You
Yeah.
made it. Yeah. Shout out to Ice Spice. KRS-One.
Teacher.
Mm. $500,000.
Underrated.
Thank you. I gotta thank you for that. $500,000 is one of my favorite rappers ever.
Yeah. That's you gotta be like a head to know about
Bro.
about $500,000.
$500,000. The dude's bars was so incredible. Rest in peace to $500,000. And you know who else? Kid Hood.
Not familiar.
First dude on the Scenario remix.
Oh, okay.
He only recorded 2 verses before
Really?
he passed away. Yeah.
Damn.
So a quick story about Kid Hood. Kid Hood's from Southside Jamaica.
Right.
He happened to be in front of, I think, a bodega or something like that, or a barbershop. Q-Tip heard him rap. Q-Tip was like, yo, this fucking kid's gonna be some shit. He's dope. Q-Tip didn't know his background, though. He didn't know the kid was like a fucking he was terrorist in the street.
Yeah, yeah.
And the kid did the Scenario remix verse, and then he did another verse on another record that was never released, apparently.
So it's just that. It's scenario remix.
Scenario remix, that's all we got from him.
Wow.
And that verse alone,
Classic.
to this day, people still sample some of those bars from his verse. One of the biggest sampled scratches is I'm a bad, bad man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Incredible.
Incredible. Shout out to Kid Hood. Rest in peace, Kid Hood. Rest in peace to $500,000. Busta Rhymes.
Animated. One of my all-time honestly, man, like Busta, that When Disaster Strikes, Extinction Level Event, those 2 albums, man, like I played those albums like crazy. His live shows, you know, him and Spliff live together. There's a show that they did in Cologne, Germany.
Oh.
That I watch like once a month, man. And it's like,
yeah,
you know, it's like study the greats. You know what I mean? Like there's certain rappers where it's like, you want to be, you know, you want to have a good stage show, like study Busta and Spliff.
Yeah.
Man.
If you want to have a dope performance, yeah,
Yes.
for sure. For fucking
Yeah.
sure. Busta's got to be one of the best performers between him, Missy,
LL.
LL's dope too on stage. Very energetic.
Yeah.
It was somebody else who I recently seen a show, them performing, and I was like, fuck. Oh, that girl, the new girl, Doechii.
Yeah, she's
Yo,
crazy.
her fucking stage
Yeah.
performance is amazing.
Yeah, man.
No backup tracks.
Yeah.
She's rapping all her shit, singing whatever she going. I'm like, go ahead, man.
Man, that's
Do the fucking do. Word. Barack Obama.
Barack Obama. What'd I say? Hero to some, villain to most. It's just hero to some, villain to some.
Yeah. I can agree with the even villain to most. It's a lot of people that don't like him, that didn't like him for the 8 years, and not on a racial thing. It was they genuinely just didn't like his political moves.
I think that's most politicians, man.
Yeah.
It's like the, I don't know, man. It seems like I think Trump turned up the temperature, but I think the
Yeah, for sure.
division in politics started to ferment around that time. And it's like now you can't even talk politics with people, man. It's too polarizing. It's too like, You
There's
know,
two things that I refuse to speak. I do the word association. I use certain presidents, to,
yeah,
but I ain't gonna get too deep
yeah.
into
It's
it.
like
There's two things that I don't do is politics and religion,
it's too
because it's
much,
too
man.
much of a fucking argument. Word
100%.
up. Max B.
Max B, street legend, man. Street legend. I think you know, his Smack DVD era, the Cocaine City era, like he was one of those guys that owned that shit. I mean, again, not really for me, but I respect what he did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, you know, it's like I can appreciate something from afar, but
Yeah.
you know, definitely guys like him, like around that era, like Max B. You know, when I think of that DVD era, I think of like Max B. I think of Stack Bundles. I think
Uh-huh.
of you know, like the battles, like Sirius Jones, Murder Mook. Like you know, he was one
Yeah.
of those guys, man. Like
The DVD era, I say this, Max built an incredible fucking fan base during that time.
yeah,
So it was great to see him come back. What the fuck? It was great to see him come back out of jail and get the popularity he's gotten and the
yeah,
success he's
yeah,
gotten. Some of the things he says is a little fucking crazy, but hey, I also get it too. It's a little bit of the clickbait shit. You know what I
yep.
mean? Um, Cause I know even too with Fat Joe, I know a lot of the shit he be saying. That should just be for the clickbait. You know what I'm saying? For the views. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But I don't knock him. Yeah, keep doing what you do. Um, let's move right along. MC Search.
MC Search. I mean, legend, man. I think, especially being from Rockaway, like I
Yeah.
always looked up to third base. You
Yep.
know, not only what they did, you know, with the Cactus album, what he did as a rapper, but as an A&R, you know,
Yeah.
like what he did behind the scenes,
Yeah. He did a lot.
you
He
know,
did a lot.
Nas, OC, nonfiction, you know, obviously MF Doom,
Yeah.
you know, KMD.
Mm-hmm.
Can't take that away from him,
Never. Never.
you know.
Um, Shout out to Pete Nice as well.
Yep. Shout out
Third
to Pete
base.
Nice.
Shout out to damn, I keep forgetting they DJ Rich Nice. I think there's the DJ
Daddy Rich.
Daddy Rich or something like that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, their first album, I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard it, I was already in the production
Hmm.
and I ain't like him because the shit was so dope. I kept saying to myself, how the fuck are these beats so fire? Cause there was only one other group at the time that I had heard where their beats were that like fucking hard, which
Yeah.
was Public Enemy.
Yeah. Well, it was mostly Sam Sever, right? Sam
Sam
Sever.
Sever. But back then, it was like you looking at the group like how,
Yeah.
But then I admired the music, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not saying I, really didn't like them. It was just like, holy shit, damn, these motherfuckers are dope.
Hmm.
Like Search had this voice that like it penetrated. It was like a cut, like it cut across
Yep.
shit.
Yep.
And then Pete Nice had this like laid back
Yeah, it was a good. It
style.
was a good dynamic.
Yeah,
like,
it was fucking dope, man. Shout out to Third Base. Shout out to MC Search. Hard White,
mm,
if you know what I am referencing.
I don't
The
know.
group from Far Rockaway.
Ooh, Hard White.
The rap group from Far Rockaway.
I've never heard of him.
No?
No.
Wow. All right. So, I don't know if it's whatever, but you never heard of a kid named Scott Kane?
I've heard
He
of Scott
goes
Kane.
he goes by the name Beneficial Lord now.
Okay.
He was in the group Hard White. What the fuck was the kid's name? Pacino.
That name is familiar.
He was also in Hard White. There's another kid named Boogs, if I'm correct.
Okay.
He was in Hard White. Those were the guys that honestly, I feel like Prodigy kind of started to get the more grimy
Yes.
sound in his music when he started hanging out around them guys. Them dudes from day one, their music was filthy.
I gotta go check it out. man.
Yo,
It's like
shout out to all of them. Because they was a crew. There was a couple of them. I know from off the top of my head, Scott Kane, who's my man,
Mhm.
Beneficial Lord, that's the homie. Pacino, Bug, And there was another dude that was down with them. Can't remember, but yeah, bro, their music incredible. So yeah, definitely go check out Hard White. Beach Channel High School.
Beach Channel High School, man. That's the zone high school in Rockaway Beach, man. If you're not going outside the Catholic school, you're going to Beach Channel High School, man.
That is
My
fact.
brother, my older brother, shout out to my brother Eric. He works at Beach Channel High School, so it's like, yeah, man.
Yo, listen, as a kid who grew up in the Lower East Side,
Yeah,
you know, and between Lower East Side, Brooklyn, and Queens, because I lived in all three boroughs. Bro, if there was one school that had a rep from Queens, it was Beach Channel High School.
especially back in the day, man. If you went there in the 80s and 90s, like,
Late 80s, early 90s, you would hear the talk in the street. Yo, don't go to Beach Channel. Don't go out there to go see no girls, nothing. You might not come back with your clothing. You might not come back with your life. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
It's a different time, man.
Yeah, it was that school was just different. Like the element in that school at that time was like, holy shit. Yeah, shout out to everyone who went to Beach Channel High School. Word. Flushing, Queens.
Flushing, Queens. I think of Royal Flush. I think of
Shout out to Royal.
Actions from Flushing too, right?
It's from Corona.
He's from Corona.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was from Flushing.
It's from Corona, Queens.
Oh shit, man. Yeah.
Well, Corona and Flushing,
yeah.
kind of like right there. So,
Kind of in the general vicinity, but yeah, you know, my knee jerk reaction is to say Royal Flush.
Yeah. Shout out to Royal Flush, man. Glad he's doing a lot better. He was, you know, facing the cancer thing and all that. You know, Flush used to record with me when I had my studio in Brooklyn. Many crazy nights with Royal Flush. But let me tell you, he's one of the rare few that I never seen pick up a pen and a pad, bro, or a phone, nothing to write. This motherfucker would literally smoke Newports, pace back and forth, get in the booth, and got a whole 16. And I'm like,
That's crazy.
how?
Yeah, man. And
It's
you
like-
don't hear him brag about it either. Like
Nah,
you hear a lot
bro.
of people say like, I don't write, you know what I mean? But it's like,
Flush don't write. And I seen it with my own eyes. I recorded an entire album for him and a kid named Billy V, I think, that it never dropped. I got the whole album still, and I'm like, I don't know why they never put the shit out. But yeah, bro, he didn't write now one verse. I watched him every session, and it was like, what the fuck? And he come in there with nothing, no idea, no nothing. He just play the beat and start pacing back and forth. And the next thing you know is a fucking classic. And I'm like, yo, how you do whatever, man. Aliens. That's what I call aliens.
I can't do it, but I mean,
I know another kid.
it's that to people who can, you know, they just have the memory, like they know how to train their memory.
Yeah, I
like
don't
that.
know how they do it. Because I know another kid who's, I'd never seen this shit before either. He would come to my studio. I play the beat. He literally fall asleep and be sweating in his sleep. Wake up and got a whole song. Nothing
crazy.
written. And I'm like, how? You was asleep for 2 hours. You woke up and now you got a song with nothing written? The fucking the talent is crazy. Yeah. Goodfellas.
Greatest movie of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah, one of. I could agree. We could all agree to disagree
Arguably.
sometime. Yeah, arguably one of the
All
best.
I know is every time it's on TV, no matter where it's at, I'm watching it. Also, a lot of legendary Queens locations in that movie too.
Yes, a lot of
Nearest
people don't know
Tavern,
Nearest
you know.
Tavern. I lived
Yeah.
literally 2 blocks away
Yeah.
from it, ate there every other weekend. And when you walk into Nears, you wouldn't know. You would not know until you start really like looking around and you're like,
Yeah, you start
holy
like, yeah.
shit, this is it. Because they did change the front of it and all that for the movie,
Mhm.
you know. But yeah, legendary Queens locations. To mention another movie, Bronx Tale, which is another classic movie. Had a debate with someone the other day. Everybody thinks this fucking movie was filmed in the Bronx, and it wasn't.
No, it was filmed in Astoria,
Yeah, it
right?
was filmed in my neighborhood in Astoria,
Yeah,
Queens.
my boy, you know Paulie Nugent from Lords of Brooklyn?
Yep.
Yeah, he's an extra in that
Extra in
movie.
the movie. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know a lot of kids from the
Yeah,
neighborhood
man.
at the time. Like in the beginning when they're playing Johnny Ride the Pony,
Yep.
the kid that's up against the walls, my boy Zeke.
That's
He
crazy.
he was an extra in the movie. A lot of the kids from the neighborhood, the kid that yells out the window, the cops are coming, the cops are
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
coming. It's my little homie. He actually lived in that apartment. But yeah, so I had a major this like a lot of these movies people think are filmed on location and they're really not.
Nah.
You know? But yeah, Goodfellas definitely one of the fucking illest movies. Action Bronson. Did I say him already?
Say about action. He's like a virtuoso, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's like the rap Anthony Bourdain, man. Like and like
Yeah.
as an MC, I'm a huge fan. Like I think, just we're just talking about rap. Like
Uh-huh.
I think he could really fucking rap, and I love his music. But he's parlayed being a rapper into he's world
He's
built
so many
around
other
himself.
things, yeah.
Yeah, man. Like
He's a brand. He's
a
Action
his
Bronson the brand.
yes, he's a brand, and like I said, the world he's built around. What's even more impressive to me is he was a popular rapper, but he never had any like major mainstream records, but everybody knows who he is on a mainstream level for the things he's done
Yeah.
outside of music. It's almost like,
Well, not only that,
yeah,
a lot of people did start to really know who he was when the shit happened with him and Ghostface.
right.
When that happened with
yeah.
Ghostface and Ghostface made that video,
I
a
remember
lot of
that, yeah.
people who didn't know who Action Bronson was,
Knew
now
who
they know who
was.
he is.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he went on a couple of interviews and, clarified the situation that made him even more popular.
Yep.
Then he did the freestyle on Funk Master Flex.
Yep.
When he went up there with that rain suit and that rain hat and
Yeah,
did
yeah.
that fucking wacky ass wow freestyle, but it was super dope, people really took notice. But like you said, he never had a major hit.
Right.
But then he started doing this fucking eating the fuck that's delicious. And it was once I seen the way the people were responding to that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I seen Mayhem was with him on it. He had Action on Derringer on there. He
Yeah.
had Alchemist. I said, yeah, he's taking shit to a whole other level. Then now he drops this new album, the Planet Frog.
Right.
The rollout, I never
Incredible.
seen no shit like that.
He's got
Like-
it, man, and he doesn't. And the one thing I appreciate the most is like I'm sure people have told him like, yo, we need to make some records for radio. We like now your brand is huge. Like you need to make these types of joints, and he never compromised his
Nah.
artistry. You know
No.
what I mean? So
Yeah, I gotta hand it to him. Every
Yeah, it's
time I
crazy.
hear a project, you would expect, and then when you think it was gonna be a commercial record, because the beat might, be a little pop.
yeah, yeah,
You go listen to his lyrics, and you're like, they're not playing this on the radio.
no,
He knew what he was doing.
yep,
Because there's a record that's on, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a record that's on this new Planet Frog. When I heard the beat, I was like, damn, this could have been on the radio. But when you hear his rhymes, you like, yeah, radio staying away from this.
yeah,
But I salute him on that because most people would have taken that popular route for the hit.
hmm
He's like, fuck that, I'm gonna stick to my guns. I'm gonna do what I do. What I also salute him for, he made history. He's the first artist ever to perform at Cat's Deli.
I saw that. That was crazy.
No one. Listen, I'm born and raised in the Lower East Side.
Right.
I used to be able to walk the Cats.
Yeah, yeah.
No one in a million fucking years would have ever had that shit, that
Just that
thought in their
thought.
mind. Well, I'm gonna perform at Cat's Deli. You know how fucking legendary that is, though, bro. And that
It's
shit
different, man.
was
He's-
packed.
His vision is like it's clearly his vision is what
I
separates him
salute
from
that
everybody.
shit. I'm like, yo, you know what? That right there just showed that motherfucker on a whole different level. Word up. All right, moving on. Static Selector.
Man, that's a tough one because there's so many things I want to say, but it's like I'm not following the rules because it's like I
No
can't
doubt.
think of one word, but it's like Static Selector and a few other guys, but mainly him is I think carrying the torch for keeping the culture of sample based East Coast traditional
Yeah.
lyrical hip hop alive. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And he touches a lot of other lanes. Like he's got an album with Nina Sky about to come out, and it's gonna be something different. But
That's
like
interesting.
when you look at just the roster of people he's worked with, like
Yeah.
you'd have a quicker time saying who he hasn't worked with.
Yeah, he's
Than,
done a
you know
lot
what I
of
mean?
work.
Like I think the only person that he doesn't have a record with is like Jay, because he's got Eminem, he's got Nas, he's got the album
He
with
got a
2
record
Chainz.
with him?
He's a Detroit versus everybody.
Oh,
And a joint
shit.
with
I
Eminem
forgot
and
he
Obi Trice. He
produced
did this shit called he did this shit called Richard with Eminem and Obi
I
Trice.
forgot he produced that.
Yeah, man. Like he's
Detroit
got
versus everybody. I forgot. Wow. Okay.
you know, you could go through the Rolodex of people that he's
Yeah.
worked with. It's like
Yeah, because I know he got a
who
50
hasn't this
record.
guy worked with, you know?
I know he got something with 50. He got something with a lot of people. I'm gonna be honest. To me, I thought once I heard the album that it was the roulette table.
yeah.
When I heard that shit, I said, "Yeah, he's no longer from Boston. He's from Brooklyn. Like we can now claim him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With that album, to me, when I heard that shit, I said, "Oh shit, this shit like it jumped like from the one before that,
Mhm.
which was a dope album because he has never really put out anything that was subpar. But the jump from the previous one to the one with the roulette table
Yeah.
was like, holy shit. Yeah, it was. Yeah, shout out to
And
Static.
his work ethic and output is insane.
Yeah, I for a little minute was like, how's him and Term doing it?
It's like a
No sleep.
it's like man, it's like the you know how Ford used to have the assembly line? Like they have a such a well-oiled machine with how they do it, man. It's
Yeah.
like, you know,
Shout out
it's
to
crazy.
Terminology as well.
Yeah,
Cause yo,
he's a workhorse too, you know?
what the motherfucker got? 80 albums?
Something crazy like that.
I'm like, yo, all right, go on vacation. Enjoy life.
He doesn't stop, bro.
He don't.
No.
But I appreciate it because everything he does, it's true to what he does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no flip floppy, wishy washy. Everything he does is, yo, I'm sticking to this boom bap lyrical shit. Like, if you ain't with it,
100%. And it's
hit
like
the road.
it's like a business model too, because it's like,
Yeah.
listen, streams don't pay a lot,
No.
but if you flood the system
Flood the
and
system.
you keep a constant output and
Yeah.
you keep hitting the algorithm, and it's like
and
you
then
look back
with
and
the
you got
physicals.
yeah, and he's got the physicals too.
Physicals. That's where a lot of people win. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you, that's where I win.
Yeah,
Streaming ain't shit.
direct to
I got-
consumer.
I got 2 albums right now that are like 2 million plus in streams, right? And it fucking money ain't nothing.
It's a couple grand, man.
I'm
It's
like, yo, this ain't shit, bro. I'm seeing more on a publishing check, and I'm seeing more off of a physical sale.
mhm.
Like, fuck the stream. I'm at a point where I'm like, fuck streaming. If we ain't talking no putting this on vinyl or something to get that kind of money, I really don't want to do it. You know what I mean? I got 2 more, and then we gonna wrap the word association up. Where was that? Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice. What can I say about Vanilla Ice? He follows me on Instagram, so he's
Word?
yeah.
That's what's up.
And from all accounts, from people that have met him, everyone said he's a really nice guy. So I don't want to diss the dude.
I never met him, and I'm gonna be honest with you, but I'm gonna let you finish before I continue.
It's like we could say all the negative things, right? It's like I think Vanilla Ice. First of all, when Ice Ice Baby came out, I was real young, I think everybody, if you were a kid at that time, everybody liked Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously, in retrospect, it's not the dopest hip hop record in the world, but it's also not the wackest hip hop record
You know what's
in the
crazy?
world.
I never disliked
Yeah.
Vanilla Ice. I was never one of those guys that was like, oh, like, sorry, Search, but I was never the one that was, oh, he gets the gas face.
Yeah, like,
You know why? It's fucking genius. He didn't come in talking, I'm a gangster, I'm this. He came in talking, I'm dancing, come dance with me, come get on.
right, right. I think it was emblematic of the fact that it's, here's a white artist that comes out, has this like meteoric rise to stardom, makes all this money, and then you got all, at the time he comes out, you got all these incredible rap acts that aren't selling millions of records. You know what I mean? So
Because
it's
they
like,
weren't appealing to the people,
right,
the masses.
they weren't, they weren't getting played on the radio stations that he was getting played on. They weren't getting played on TV. So there was a heavy backlash for that, and I think he got crucified for it. Was it fair that that happened to him? Was it unfair that that happened to him? Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think at the
Both
time,
ends
like,
of that, yeah, it was unfair to me. He didn't, like I said, he didn't come in talking. It was, yo, I
Yeah.
can rap. I can put these lyrics together. I want the people to dance. We got a dope beat, and this is what we doing. You know,
right, and like he wasn't trying to be like
he wasn't
Mr.
trying to be
Lyrical
something.
or
Yeah,
something.
and he wasn't
either.
trying to be something. He wasn't.
It's like MC Hammer. You know what I'm saying? Like MC Hammer was like, little kids liked it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Everybody.
it wasn't.
Because they appealed to the masses. The music appealed to the masses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I used to hear like the Vanilla Ice slander, excuse me, I used to be like, yo, y'all bugging the fuck out. Y'all don't realize. This dude didn't come in talking no gangster shit. He didn't say he was the best rapper. He ain't
Yeah.
come in saying he was the best dancer, none of that. Just saying, yo, I'm Ice Ice Baby. Get on the stage with me and dance.
Right.
That's it.
It's like you make it. All he's guilty of, in my opinion, is he was a white
Success.
rapper at the time where that was kind of taboo. He had a major record that everybody loved until they didn't.
Yeah. It was the
And
success.
then he just became the poster child for like, because think about it, it's like after post Vanilla Ice, just being a white rapper in general
Yeah.
was like, nah, like
Uh-huh.
we needed at
Well,
least like 10 years almost. But
Nah.
you had House of Pain, you had Young Black Teenagers, you had certain people
I
that
was
came
just
in
gonna
and out.
I was just gonna bring them up.
right.
So that was my whole argument with the Vanilla Ice thing, which was y'all attacked this dude. He wasn't coming in saying he was this, he was that, he was this, he was that. But with YBT, I didn't understand how they got like such a pass, but the name itself was kind of like, whoa.
Isn't the lore behind that it was like Hank Shockley or something wrote Young Black Teenagers, leaders of the new school, and like they
Yeah,
like,
well,
drew
he-
it out of a hat or
something
something like
like
that.
that.
So
I
like
don't
they ended
know.
up with the
They-
Young Black
with
Teenagers.
the fucked up name.
Yeah,
It was weird.
it was
you know?
controversial.
It was
it's like-
very controversial, and then the fact that dude had dreads, it was just like it was a little strange.
yeah.
I was like, all right, these guys don't get the backlash, or why you giving the guy with the popularity the backlash? You know what I'm saying? But once again, I think it was because of the success of
Right.
the record.
Do you
know
think
what
it
I'm
was?
saying?
Do you think their association to the Bomb Squad helped them out a little bit? Because it's
Talking
like,
to the mic a little bit.
do you think their association to the Bomb Squad helped them out a little bit?
With the YBT shit?
Yeah,
Um,
like just added some
I think-
legitimacy where it's
I
like they
think
kind of
that-
needed
I think that the association with leaders, you know, the whole bomb squad leaders, the public enemy thing, and the fact that the kid Cameron, the lead rapper in the group, the kid with the dreads,
Mhm.
was actually a real DJ. Like he could really rap. He wasn't no slouch ass MC.
Yeah.
He had bars.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, he was an actor. He's in a bunch of movies. You know what I mean? So I think that also kind of helped. You know what I mean? But yeah, for the last one, fatherhood.
Fatherhood, man. The days are long, but the years are short.
Hmm.
Um, it's simultaneously the hardest thing I ever did and easily the most fulfilling thing I've ever done. You know, it's like
I get that.
you
Yeah.
get you know, having kids I think puts a whole new perspective in your brain. It gives you a
Mm-hmm.
whole new purpose in life. You
Yep.
know what I mean? It's like it's not about me anymore. It's
Yeah.
about them.
Yeah.
You know, you can really like you learn because I could say looking back, you know, before I was married, before I had kids, like I was a selfish person. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
now it's just everything I do is for my kids, my family,
Mm-hmm.
making sure they're good.
Hell yeah.
You know what I
The
mean? So
family. It's
it
like
changes.
family
It
before
changes you
everything.
no matter what. It changes you. I think it changes you for the better. You
Yeah.
know.
That's definitely true. So I could definitely agree with that. Yeah, man. So you got a couple of projects that I tapped into. You got a project, I'm not good with remembering titles, but
Right.
it was produced fully by Dom Dirty.
Yep. That's higher. That came out 2024.
Shout out to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I don't know what planet he was on when he made them beats for you, but the marriage,
Yeah.
I was like, yo, wait a minute. This, like listening to that shit, I said, damn, like I kind of felt like y'all cheated. Like y'all had some sort of cheat code because the marriage and the production with the production and the way you came over them, you know, hooks, everything, the concepts of the records, very dope.
Thank you, man.
Shout out to Dom Dirty.
Dom
I
is
was
incredible. Man.
actually like sleep. I didn't know
Mhm.
much about his production and his, you know, his credits and all that and the stuff he's done, his catalog. Yeah, man. Dude is dope.
Yeah, man. Like Dom really, uh, before you know he put out his first album, he's got extensive work as a graphic designer. So he did a lot of covers for
Oh
like
wow.
Prodigy.
Did
I
not
mean,
know
he's
that.
done commercial work for people. Like it's his. If you look into his actual like design credits, it's
Yeah,
pretty
I
crazy.
didn't
I think he did
think
the Albert
I
Einstein
dug
cover
in.
for P. Yeah, he
What?
did that. Like but he's done like tons of
Nah,
shit. Like I
it's
can't.
actually my favorite album from
Yeah,
P.
yeah. So, I mean, he's done so much stuff. Like I can't even name it off the top of my head
Yeah.
because it's like very extensive. But he put out an album called The Hardcore Composer,
Uh huh.
which was the first one that he dropped, which is like a producer compilation album.
Uh huh.
And again, I met him through Static. He's one of Static's best friends. So just being in and around
Ah.
the circle, met him when he was working on his second album. He asked me to be on it.
Okay.
Um, and the joint we did on that was very well received. So we were like, let's do some more. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, and it kind of became an album like by accident because we had done this one joint, and then he started sending me some beats, which I think at the time he was like, well, I'm gonna start my next producer album, like compilation. But he sent me a bunch of beats, and I made like 2 or 3 songs, and it just kind of turned into an album. So it was like we just kind of hit this creative stride where it was like, all right, just keep sending me more, keep sending me more. And I had just had my first daughter.
Okay.
So it was like that working on that album kept me going through like the sleepless nights and like, you know, going through like the beginning stages of being a parent,
of
you know what I'm
being a
saying?
dad,
So
yep.
it was like this thing that just kind of kept me going, you know what I mean? So like I said, it was completely organic. Like I think he started out with like, yeah, let me just get Bobby for another joint
Yeah.
that's gonna be for this next project.
And then it
It just veered off into this other direction and we made an album.
snowball effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not. I don't see it hard as a producer having a snowball effect working with you. It's not hard because we got what we got the Queens record together.
Yeah.
When you sent me that verse back, dude, I was like, yo, he's really like you put Far Rock on the map in a different way.
Yeah.
Like everybody talks about Far Rock, you know, and they have a certain way of doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't take that route. You
Nah.
it was like, yo, when you said the shit about the whole Rockaway Peninsula, and I was like, yo, wait the fuck a minute. Like, very, very dope. I gotta
Thank you,
say
man.
that.
Yeah, it's like, bro, so just as like an aside, because like
Yeah.
in hip hop, like especially in New York, like people use far rock as a blanket term to talk about the entire Rockaway Peninsula. Like in actuality, it's the Rockaways plural because it
Yeah.
encompasses a
bunch
lot of different places.
areas, yeah.
So you have Breezy Point,
Mm-hmm.
Roxbury, Neponset, Bell Harbor, Rockaway Beach, which are kind of like synonymous with each other. Like Far Rockaway is a section,
Yeah.
and you know, like if you're from Hamels, right? Hamels
Yeah.
would be the first PJs
Uh-huh.
in on Beach 87th Street
Yeah.
in Rockaway. That's technically still Rockaway Beach.
Yeah.
You don't really get into Far Rockaway until you kind of go past that, like Arvern, Redfern,
Arvern,
Edgemere, Seagirt,
Mhm.
Wavecrest.
Yeah.
You know,
there's
Ma
sections.
Ave. Like
a lot of people
it's
don't know
a-
that there's sections.
there's a lot of different sections.
Yeah, I
and it's
lived in
kind of
Far Rock for like 2 months and could not deal with the winter because
Yeah.
I lived on what was that? Be the first stop on the train when you're going into Far Rock and it makes the left, not the right, going the other way.
I think it's
What is
like
that? Beach 68.
Beach 68. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
first stop.
If you don't get on the shuttle takes you to 116th Street.
Yeah.
You get off from Broad
It
Channel.
was
you take the
going
shuttle.
towards Mott,
Yeah,
but the
right.
first stop, which is Beach 68, and I was there in the wintertime. And I had to walk because my apartment was all the way by the water.
Mhm.
Nah,
It's about 10 degrees colder there.
2 months, I was
Yeah,
done.
yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, nah, fuck this. I moved back to Brooklyn immediately.
Yeah, it's a
Word.
very locals. You know what I mean? Like it's like I said, isolated and insular. Like it's
Yeah,
it's you know people that go there, and a lot more people go there now
yeah,
than when I was growing up. But it's always been like a locals only thing. And,
like I said,
and-
growing up in the Lower East Side, it was don't go to Rockaway Beach.
yeah,
The Far Rock dude's gonna get you. And don't go try to holler at no girls from Beach Channel. Like that was law. It was like street law. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I get it. A lot
But
of people
yo,
don't
man,
know
it's
that
like-
that shit is like sections.
It's not all
It's
like
not
that's
all that.
it's
like
not
that,
all
though.
that, man. It's
Yeah.
like the way I look at it is like, you know, people talk about Detroit,
Mhm.
like
But
don't
there's
go there.
certain parts of Detroit you could go to, and the shit is the suburbs, bro, and it's quiet as fuck.
I've been there probably 8 to 10 times over
Yeah.
the past 2 years, and it's like, yes, the stereotypes exist for a reason.
Of course,
But
the
if you've
shit is
never
run
been
down, but
there
yeah.
and you've never experienced, like I've had some of the funnest times of my life in that city. Some of
Yeah,
the best
man.
people I've ever met, and it's low key. You look around and it's like Detroit's like the king of like the speakeasy. It's like you're on this nondescript block. You walk in this place that looks like crazy from the outside. You walk in, it's
Detroit
one of the
to me is the fucking spot for house music, bro.
absolutely.
If you want to go to any dope house music clubs, listen, go to Detroit. The sound systems in them clubs,
Crazy. But I say that to say this. It's like, yeah, like if you want to see some fucked up shit,
yeah,
you could see it.
yeah.
But there's a whole other
There's
side
a
to it.
whole other side of Far Rock.
And where I'm from, like I grew up in Rockaway Beach. My neighborhood was like all Irish, pretty much.
Yeah,
I grew up around, you know, most of the people that I know, like that my immediate friends and family, like people that I grew up around, you know, it's like firemen, teachers, nurses, sanitation. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like,
cops.
yeah,
most
it's
of it,
like
yeah.
that's like the people I grew up around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like very blue collar, just like
Mhm.
normal people.
Yeah, it was kind of
And-
like that for me when I moved from the Lower East Side to Queens. Even though Astoria had their share of bullshit,
Yeah.
the section I was actually living in wasn't crazy.
Yeah.
3 blocks up, it was a little fucking wild, but that section was crazy. So I get it, man.
And
A
that's
lot
what
of
it's
people
like, man.
get it.
It's like you could be so say for example, if you're close by like where Reese Park is an area
Yeah.
called Neponset. There's houses on the beach there that look like they're in Malibu.
Yeah,
like
bro.
insane.
$1 million.
You go
homes.
10 minutes in the other direction, it's PJs, it's abandonment,
Yeah, it's
overgrown
fucked up.
grass, like empty lots. Like
Yeah,
it's the juxtaposition
Yep.
of like pockets of wealth, poverty,
It's like
middle
that
class.
everywhere.
Yeah,
though.
man, it's like
that everywhere. You know.
but it's not just no man's land,
Yeah,
man. Like there's a
man.
lot of fun to be had in Rockaway. Like
Hell
there's a
yeah.
lot of
I love Rockaway.
it's a really dope neighborhood. It's like people hear these horror stories and like they're scared to visit.
Yeah.
And it's like there's a lot of dope
The
shit.
news don't help either because the news will spotlight everything in Far Rock because it's Far Rockaway. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like I didn't know that Far Rock was the first place where NYPD was using drones.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, bro. I
Wow.
seen the footage the other day. So a kid, shout out to the young man. I'm sorry you got arrested. But they got drones now that are patrolling certain hotspot areas.
Yeah, yeah.
Apparently, dude was in a hotspot area. He let his gun off, and the drone started chasing him. And they got the footage of him running from the fucking drone, and the idiot thought he got away from the drone because he jumped behind a car. But the drone was right above him.
Yeah.
And then you see the cops, they run up on him and shit. But Far Rock is the first place using the drones, the NYPD. You know what I mean? Because they've been doing that shit up here in Westchester
Yeah.
forever. Like,
I was having a conversation with my friend last night about this very thing. It's like you can't get away with shit anymore, man.
no,
you just
no.
can't.
Listen,
There's too much surveillance. Like it's just not.
Big Brother
happening.
is everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not like when we were growing. You go punch somebody in the face and get away with it. Now you go punch somebody in the face, or even just a regular, even if both of y'all are consensual in a fist fight, it's horrible because there's cameras everywhere and people telling, and you're not getting away with nothing. So the young folks out there, please, man, stop, because you're not getting away with shooting nobody. There's cameras everywhere, and the way these detectives are fucking working now, nah. Them drones and them cameras, the way they are everywhere, yeah, stay away from it. You got some upcoming stuff you got coming out? What you got coming out?
Yeah. I've been working pretty heavily with a rapper producer named Little Vic.
Little Vic.
He's
His last name starts with an O.
Little Vic Arena. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo,
He's crazy.
he did some shit with Flush. He's the one that produced the Flush and Cassidy record.
Yep.
Man, that dude is another alien.
Bro.
He's amongst there's a certain handful of guys that I say still to this day are putting out some of the toughest production. He's one of them. His fucking drums be incredibly
He's
hard.
incredible. Have you ever heard him rap?
Yeah.
Bro.
And he's dope as a rapper.
That's an
Not taking,
understatement.
not taking nothing away from you as a rapper. But the beats this dude is
Incredible.
It's incredible, bro.
Yeah, so
Like-
I've been me and him got real close, man. We've known each other probably going on 5 years at this point. And we've
Nice.
been like in between me working on all these other projects.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been working with him. So we just
Okay.
been like stacking music, and we've dropped a couple joints here and there, but
Okay.
like I'm actually getting up with him tomorrow to like
Nice.
start putting a bow on this shit, because we have so many joints with
So
me and
much
him
shit,
rapping
yeah.
together, me rapping solo over his beats. So it's like we're trying to, organize all this shit to put it out. But
Word.
yeah, the next music from me is gonna be stuff that he's produced with me rapping, stuff with me and him rapping that he's produced. Man, like he just inspires me, bro. Like and we do it the old school way, man. Like I go to his crib, he's making a beat on the spot. I'm writing my verse on the spot. He's writing his verse on the
That's
spot.
dope.
It's
dope.
it's
That's
a different
energy.
type of energy, man.
That's
Like,
energy.
So
It's energy.
it just gets me
Yeah.
up out of my seat. Like it's hard to find the way he raps. Like I would recommend you go and listen to some of his shit.
Yeah.
The way he raps is the inspiration and the spark that I need to like really get on my shit. Because
Yeah,
it's
I'm
like,
gonna go pay attention to the raps now.
yeah, man.
Cause I my bad, I wasn't paying attention to the raps. Cause the beats are so fucking good.
Well, he's kind of like, his production work has been what a lot of people, because he did the Flush joint.
Yeah.
He did album for Rashid Chappelle. He's working with Pharaoh right now.
Okay.
He's got
Pharaoh's a
shit
dope producer.
with a ton of people, man.
Pharaoh's a dope producer.
Pharaoh's a very dope producer.
Motherfucker did Simon Says, bro. Done.
Insane.
Done. Stamped. nice. You know what I
And,
mean?
and
But
that guy as a rapper is
Vic,
alien.
I put Vic in a category of certain guys like because I know, we're not sample snitching, but I know some of the samples. Like when I hear them, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I know where he got that from. But the way he's chopping shit
Yeah, man.
and the way he's putting the drums, there's only a few. Soundtrack is one. That guy, Soundtrack,
Hmm.
oh man, he's still to me to this day. Nobody has ever flipped the Michael Jackson sample the way Soundtrack did.
What'd he flip?
If I'm correct, it was "Don't Stop Till You Get Enough." Oh fuck, bro. Yeah, like Soundtrack, Alien. Static, another Alien.
Hmm.
Alchemist, Alien.
Hmm.
Primo, Alien. Primo's he's in another. He's over there. You can't put Primo in that category with he's over there because
Yeah.
he's like the teacher. All them guys study his blueprint because we all did. You know
Right.
what I'm
It's
saying?
like, how many sons does Primo have? It's like,
Yeah.
how many grandsons does he have at this point? It's like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I gotta say that.
nah, he's the god, man. Everyone, and cool person too. Like,
Shout out to Premier because he just sent me a remix the other day that I played on my show. I usually don't play no R&B shit on my boom bap show, but this remix was so fire. It was a Michael Jackson remix with Biggie of Unbreakable, but it had a Primo beat. Oh my God. Shit was, yo, when I opened the email, because he told me, he said, yo, I'm going to flood you with some stuff. And when I opened that email and I seen Michael Jackson, I said, what the fuck is this? Clicked on that shit.
man, like, to be honest with you, some of my favorite Preem beats are R&B joints. Like, he did this Together Again remix for Janet Jackson,
Oh, yes.
which is
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. Shout out to Primo. He got an album with this girl named Tori Wolf.
Yeah, I know Tori. Yeah.
There's a beat that's on that shit, bro. Man, yeah, the name of the album was Flow Riot or something like that. Yo, there's one specific beat. It's a slow joint. And he wound up putting it on like one of his beat tapes.
Yeah.
Yo, God. When I heard that shit, I was like, this shit is incredible. Gotta ask you, who are some of your favorite producers since we talking producers?
Like, hip hop producers or just producers?
Just producers, period.
I mean, I gotta mention the greats, right? Like Quincy,
Quincy, amazing.
obviously Rick Rubin.
I want to stop you there. You know, Rick Rubin has actually never produced a record. He's never really touched the drum machine.
Yeah, as far as like, he's like more in a traditional sense.
He's the guy who I call him more the curator.
Yeah, it's like a Phil Spector, man. It's
Yeah,
like
he puts the pieces together, but never really touches the. I didn't know that till recently that he never really touched the drum machine. Nothing.
Well,
he was just
did Jazzy J do the drums on It's Yours?
yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
like, but I say that to say this, like,
He's one of the best curators
in the
though.
hip hop context.
Yeah,
The word
he's-
producer means, in a lot of people's minds, it means the person who made the beat.
Yeah, but that's not what it is.
But
The
in my
producer,
opinion,
yeah.
a producer, sometimes they make the beat. Sometimes they're
they
more
don't.
like the director of a movie. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
they're the person
I
that
was just saying that the other
ultimately
day.
knows how to guide the artist to make the best song possible.
Yeah, I was just saying that the other day that just because you own a drum machine
Right.
and just because you own some doors, some production door, doesn't mean you're a producer.
right. And you could make the
be
most
dopest
incredible
beats.
You can make the dopest beat ever.
Yeah,
If an artist comes in and you're not giving your input,
you didn't produce that
and
record.
you're not saying, nah, man, like, you need to say it like this, or like,
Yeah.
you need to go in this direction for this song.
Or maybe take this part of the beat and put it here. When you saying this here, we need
Yeah.
to take this for the dynamic.
Like, that's
And you didn't-
production, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's, in my opinion. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, so a lot of people, and one of the other names I was going to say is obviously Dre, and a lot of people have
Yeah.
that same criticism. Like,
well,
Dre doesn't make beats, and it's like, well, first of all, in my opinion, Dre could absolutely program some drums and make a beat if he wants.
Dre,
But he's more like the maestro, you know.
Yeah.
Let me get the best guitar player, the best person to program the drums, the best person on the keys, like a Scott Storch or a Mark Batson or whoever.
But you know what's also crazy about Dre is that Dre's processes, he'll have a bunch of producers. There's footage of producers in the studio creating shit for him.
Yeah.
But what he'll do with that is now, he ain't taking what you just did. He's gonna take an idea of what you did. He's gonna sample that, rebend that.
Yeah.
He's gonna contort that in such a fucking way that it wasn't your idea no more.
100%. And it's like, all right, like say he's working with 10 musicians in a room.
Yeah.
You take him out of the room, the song is not going to be the same.
Nah, it's not.
It's his input that matters, that ultimately makes the song. And then further than that, the mix, the sonics of it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it's bro. Listen to the Chronic today. Listen to Doggy Style 5 minutes from now.
Those are two of my biggest reference albums that I go to.
100%.
When I'm getting ready to mix and master a project,
Right.
I'll sit and listen to the Chronic, Doggy Style, and then I go and listen to Compton's. Because by the time, man, with Compton, when you want like that movie effect, the sound effects, but audio, to make it sound like it, you watching it, go listen to Compton. There's a song called Deep Water.
I love that album.
Yo,
I thought
bro,
that album was underrated. Personally.
Super underrated. Well, it was also overlooked because it was a part of the movie.
Yeah.
And he kind of dropped it sporadically, just like nobody expected that. We've been waiting on Detox for 30 years. But he got a song, Deep Water. And on that song, there's a dude drowning. Yo, bro, every time I listen to it, I still get the chills and the goosebumps because I'm like, how the fuck did he get this to sound like someone was really drowning? Like,
and
I mean,
have it sit perfectly in the mix too.
Everything. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's
pure genius.
It's next level.
Yep.
You know, just work with him.
Then I found out recently that Dre mixed a record for Lord Finesse. Lord Finesse did a album. It's where he took a bunch of Motown records and he flipped them.
Yeah, actually, I listened to that. Yeah, he killed that.
The song, the Marvin Gaye one, I Want You, Dre mixed that record. That's why that record, out of all of them on that album, that record sonically hits different. Everything else on that album wasn't mixed by Dre. So you can tell, you know what I'm saying? It just hits so much different.
I mean, I think he's, gold standard, for how something should sound. But, beyond that, like those are like the GOATs to me.
Yeah.
In hip hop, obviously Preem. Q-Tip. Q-Tip, is low key one of my all-time favorites.
10. Yeah, Q-Tip's in my top 10.
Obviously Pete Rock, Havoc.
Ugh, Pete Rock.
Man, like
Havoc. Yeah.
I'm thinking like Knots is crazy to me.
Yo, Knots is the king of the bass lines, bro. I'm sorry, ain't nobody putting bass lines out like him. When I heard Jim Beam, the Evidence record, yo, I hit Ev up and was like, oh yeah, you got one. That one is different.
Shit, man, like we can go back to like we talking about before, Busta Rhymes,
ELE, bro.
The Everybody Rise, the way he flipped that sample.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, shout out to Knots, man. Fucking that dude, man. And he's still, to this day, putting out fire. You go to his Instagram and that boy be in the studio cooking 3, 4, 5 beats a night.
Yeah.
And every single fucking one is a fucking banger. There's not many people that are doing that. Like, I know producers that, you knocking out 5. 3 out of them 5 are dope. But this guy's knocking out 5, and 5 out of them 5 are dope.
Nah, he's incredible.
Yeah, he's definitely an animal.
Dilla, obviously.
Yes, rest in peace, J Dilla. My favorite producer of all time.
Absolutely. Listen, I gotta throw Pharrell in there too, like as one of the greats, like cross genre.
Yeah.
I think that his ability to do
Even in the hip hop world, what he's done.
hip hop records, pop records,
Yeah, everything.
rock records, like to me, that's what separates the men from the boys. It's like
Yeah.
if you could do a straight up rap record and then turn around and do a top 40 pop single and then turn around and work like again Rick Rubin, like Rick Rubin did LL and
Yep.
Slayer
Yeah.
and Johnny Cash
Yeah.
and
Yeah, because
then
he had the Deaf American records.
yeah, man, like
He had who was else was on there? Well, it wasn't Pantera on there. He had a
think so.
bunch of people.
He
signed
signed
to
Chino,
that.
I think, too, right?
Yeah.
He signed Chino XL.
Yep.
Rest in
Yeah.
peace to Chino XL,
Rest in
man.
peace of Chino.
Um,
Who I say, and a lot of people hate me for this. I feel like Eminem got his whole style from Chino.
I would say that there's
There's-
definitely truth to it for sure.
I'm gonna say this: 70% of Eminem's rap style is Chino XL, down to concepts of I'm the loser, I'm the scumbag,
Yeah.
you know. Because if you listen to Chino's first album, and it dawned on me recently, there's a song on Chino's album, his first album called "Creep."
Yeah.
As soon as I heard
Classic.
that, I said, "Oh my God, this is M. This is M. It's M. The whole, I'm the asshole or the loser." And this, I was like, "Wow!" I didn't realize how much of an influence.
I mean, I've heard from people that grew up with him that
Mhm.
literally corroborate that. Like Eminem, I remember I was having a conversation with this dude, DJ Head, and he
Mhm.
was talking about, first of all, the Outsiders,
Yeah, for
Pace,
sure.
Pace
Z and them,
One,
yeah, Pace
As
and them.
Is, Young Z, all
Yep.
those guys. Like when
Influenced
when he went to Newark
Yeah.
and got with them, that
Yep.
heavily rubbed off.
Mm-hmm.
Master Ace.
Master Ace for sure. You can listen to Master
Chino.
Ace when he's rapping, and that's M's battle style.
Yeah, 100%.
Mhm.
And like if you listen to the first album, Infinite, he's basically doing an AZ impression, you know. So it's a mixture of Redman. Obviously, like they heavily
Yeah.
mess with. I know that
Super
they all were
duper.
super fans of
Yeah.
Redman.
Yep.
So it's a
It's
mixture
a
of a
mixture,
lot of stuff.
but I say that mixture is 30%, and the 70%.
Yeah,
It really like dawned on me listening to that first Chino album. I was like, "Fuck!"
The
Eminem
humor,
pulled
too.
so much from it. Yes,
like the funny punchlines,
Yes.
like relax, like Drew Down's hair, like stuff like that. You know what I
like
mean?
he
Like
pulled so much from that first album that I was like, "Yo, damn!" I didn't realize it. I never realized it.
yeah,
Now, mind you, I got put on a Chino XL when I was in prison. I was up north, and video come on, and it was No Complex. And I see this dude with these long ass braids. I thought he was Indian native. And I was like, what the fuck? I hadn't heard nobody with that lyrical ability like that.
Yeah.
Like on that level. I was like, this dude is not fucking human. And then the video was back then was all crazy. It was like, and I went and bought his tape. Like I remember a lot of kids that were up top with me that were in the, hip hop, we was, the tape collectors. Why you buying that shit?
yeah.
And when I listened to that shit, I was like, nah, y'all need to check this dude out. This
Nah,
dude
that
is for
shit-
real.
That I could honestly say, like when I first started rapping, like I'm 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
Hearing Chino XL, hearing Cannabis,
Mm-hmm.
early Eminem, Razkaz,
Right.
getting into like copywriting the megahertz and
Yeah.
just that whole raucous and like raucous adjacent underground scene, like those
Yep.
guys let
Shout
me
out
know,
to
like,
Howie McDuffie over at
Yeah.
Raucous. At the time, he was over at Raucous. Howie was pushing that envelope for real.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
those guys, man, like they really taught me how to rap. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, and obviously, there's always the obvious influences. Like I was obviously listening to Jay, Nas,
Yeah.
Big, Pun. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But once I steered my attention to the underground and like really started to
Yeah.
like dig deep and see like, oh shit, there's a whole nother scene over here where people are taking it to the next level in terms of what you could do.
Yep.
Those guys, like, I really owe everything to them because that's what made me want to rap. You know what I'm saying?
It's like one of my favorite rappers for years was very underrated. Craig G.
Craig G's insane.
Craig G's fucking an animal. An animal. That's why when I asked him to get on the Queen's anthem, he was like, yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, no doubt. Because, that's the homie, but, you ask somebody like that at that level, you'll get on a record.
100%.
A lot of the times they like, nah, But, yeah, man, I'm a huge fan of him for years, but I feel like he was overlooked, you know what I mean? Because he was so underground. A lot of people didn't pay attention to the lyrical ability. That's like Ross Costa's kids. Coast Contra.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Crazy.
I watched them kids do a freestyle. They did the scenario. Nah, I thought I was watching Young Leaders.
Yeah.
Like, it took me to that. Like, it was Young Leaders with Malo in the dance. You know what I'm saying? When Malo started rapping. You know what I mean?
Nah, I love those guys.
Yeah, man.
I love what they do.
Yeah, that whole underground scene. You remember Trends of Culture?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Too bad they didn't last too long. I wound up digging into their deal. That's why they didn't last long. Their deal was really, 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 really bad. And they wound up owing the label like 70 grand because they refused to put music out. Like, they were stuck in such a bad deal that they were like, fuck it, we just not going to put music out. Both of them wound up getting regular jobs.
Back money?
They wound up, because they took advancement money for the album. The album didn't do as well. They could have followed up with a second project, but the deal was so bad that they were like,
how many albums were they signed for?
I think it was 3. And they were like, you know what? We're not giving y'all no more music. So here's the money that we owe you with whatever take us out of the red. Here. The dudes wound up getting like regular jobs and all that. And it was sad because they had like 2 dope records. They had the Off and On and one other record that was like really, really fire.
I mean, more often than not, that's the music industry, man.
Yeah, it seems to be the standard now.
People sign bad deals.
That's the next thing I wanted to ask you. Independent or major?
I mean, I would love to. At this point,
you've never been signed to a major?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. At this point, I've been doing it myself for so long. It's like I don't know any other way. I do think once you reach a certain level, though, a label. All a label can do at this point really is act as a bank and add fuel to an already existing fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like labels are just banks now. That's it.
So I think, I think if you build up the leverage as an artist and you have the fan base and you're doing it independently and somebody steps to you, it puts you in an advantageous position if a label comes to you. Then you can negotiate something that's in your favor.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's again, it's not what you deserve, it's what you negotiate.
Exactly.
If you build up the leverage to get yourself a good deal and get some money and take your career to the next level, then I say why not? You know? And in most cases that's kind of what happens, right? I mean, most labels are just kind of waiting for people to kind of
get a buzz.
And then they jump on
who's
something.
Popping on Instagram.
Right.
Who's got social media locked up with the Instagram, the TikTok.
I see guys like Dante Ross still putting in A&R work, you know what I mean? Signing guys like Lord Sko, where it's like they're still finding artists that don't have.
Sko got a deal?
Well, I think he's managed by Dante, right?
Managed, right? Okay.
There's some situation there.
Yeah, I know he manages Sko, but I didn't think Sko had a deal like with anyone who was putting his music. I thought him and Static were doing that independently.
I'm not 100% sure. I can't speak on it. I don't really know, but I know that
if
what
he does, very dope.
What I respect is that you still have guys,
still got guys like him,
like a Dante Ross that will take an artist under their wing
Dante's
if they
been
don't
around
have
for fucking long.
Right.
Dante's done so much shit. Dante's produced records. He's like a jack of all trades. Shout out to Dante Ross. And no, he doesn't get the gas face.
100%. And it's like, but you know, there's only so many of those guys
Yeah.
still around. Like, you know,
Mhm.
he's from the era of, you know, A&Rs,
Yeah.
you know, signing these legendary artists, going out and finding people word of
Yeah.
mouth.
Yeah.
Doesn't really work like that anymore. You know, it's kind of like,
Shout out to the new guys too that are kind of doing it, because there's like a couple of new guys that I see kind of doing the A&R thing. There's a dude on the West Coast. His name is Doe Networks.
Mhm.
Puts out a lot of these compilation albums, but he showcases a lot of artists that eventually like become something on the West. Like the first time I heard the Kid TF
yeah,
that got the album out with Muggs
Mhm.
was through Doe Networks. You know, also through Flea Lord and that whole situation. Then the kid that was A&Ring and managing Rome Streets, Coach, is another one.
Mhm.
Finding guys that are
yeah. You need
very
guys like that,
talented.
man.
Yeah, you definitely
You
do,
need guys
man.
like that. You know,
Yeah, shout out
it
to
can't all be boiled down to metrics and
yeah,
numbers. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
you
It's
need
like,
someone out there actually looking for the talent to
yeah,
push them.
100%.
You know, I was actually thinking about going to get a job back at Tommy Boy, doing some work, but I feel like the game is just not where you know it's like the labels are not putting in any. They don't really like put in any work, so I feel like I would be doing an artist a disservice by bringing them to
True.
some of these majors. You know, especially an artist that already has momentum. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, just using him as an example, like a Lord Skull.
Mhm.
I would hope he stays independent. You know what I'm saying? Because I kind of feel like if he signs to a major, they're gonna fuck his shit up. A lot of these majors, they once they sign you, they want you to try to do this and do that, and it kind of like fuck with your sound and your vibe. I like what that
Well,
kid
it's
is
like they
doing right
take
now.
everything that's cool about you and try to strip
Yeah,
it away,
exactly.
which is
It's
like what we were
guys,
saying about Action before. It's like, I'm
yeah,
glad that as famous as he is, he always stayed true with the music.
yeah,
that
and
he
he
does.
always argued because he was signed to a major.
Yeah,
He always had an issue with them,
yeah,
with the albums, but he eventually got them fucking put out.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Doesn't owe them any money
And
because he does well.
and that's the problem. It's like once once you get to that level,
Mm-hmm.
you lose your autonomy to a certain degree,
Yeah.
right? Because it's like, well, now we're financing your career. You know what I mean? We're
Facts.
we're taking on the risk. So, you know, you got to make something that's commercially viable. You got to, or we want to push you in this direction
Word.
so that we can make our money, you know?
Hell yeah.
So that's kind of the trade-off. But like I said, if you do get to a point where, you know, you have the leverage and you have the fan base and you're making it happen independently,
Hell
you
yeah.
know, some
little
kind of
bit of a
joint
boost
venture
from
or
them, yeah.
distribution deal
Yeah.
makes sense. You
Yeah.
know?
That's like, dude, I see a lot of people doing that with Empire.
Yeah.
They're going to Empire because Empire is giving people good situations. But yeah, man, we're gonna wrap this thing up. I appreciate you for coming through, bro.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Let the people know where they can find you. Let the people know when you got projects coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. You can follow me at Bobby J from Rockaway on all platforms. YouTube.com/Bobby J. Got some new music dropping very soon, man. Like, honestly, like me and Vic are gonna get in tomorrow and start wrapping this up. So
That's what's up.
expect some new music this year for sure. You
That's
know?
what's up. That I'm glad to hear.
Yeah, yeah.
We need some more Bobby J.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Once again, I appreciate you for coming through, my guy.
Thank you, my brother.
It's always a pleasure
Always.
speaking with you.
Anytime, man.
It's Under the Pavement, the podcast. Bobby J from Rockaway. Go tap in with him. His music is amazing. Just amazing guy. You already see.
Peace.
Peace, man.
Thank you, brother.
You already know.